Yeah, guys, I'm back. They didn't let me save the video. They didn't let me post the video. I'm sorry, guys. That first part is all gone. It's gone for life. I couldn't save it. I couldn't post. As soon as I let the video go, they let me back on. So I guess that first. But anyway, I'll continue from where I was. Me myself, I've been banned from SIP before. So who is a journalist when they no go bounce out from Chinese restaurants? The only reason Chinese people can come to Nigeria and bounce any Nigerian. Oh yeah, go back to your place. Leave him, leave him. Back to your place. The only reason any Chinese man can come to Nigeria and bounce you from their restaurant is because we as Nigerians, they bounce ourselves from our own places of entertainment, of socialization, or whatever we call them. And I will even tell you the story. So my wife, I know the joke, me and my wife now ain't go. I don't already enter. So let me be honest. I don't park. I even parked inside the seat. One man come begin to toast my wife for outside as she park her car with her friend. She not gonna answer the guy. As she not answer the guy can't tell my wife once I say she ain't gonna make sure say my wife don't enter inside SIP again. He can't go tell the bounce, I mean let my wife enter the club. I don't know whether or not they get the club or whether or not the bouncer they give the bouncer money. You know, when people tell you that Seun is violent, this is how you know that I'm not a violent man in any way, shape, or form. Because if I was violent, I supposed to do violent things that day. Well, you know, inside the place, say no, you know, if you let my wife enter, I don't lie to you. I say, no problem. It's your space. Say because my wife no agree talk to this and way you put for here, we be now guy. Okay. Nothing will happen if I punch the guy. Nothing the bouncer won't do me. Nothing will happen. No kind of case they won't show for SIP where I don't get 1 million of the crease. So I carry my wife. I say, hey, madam. My wife say, no, call the manager. This is unacceptable. We cannot agree. I say, manager, we cannot agree for where. Sweetie, get in your car. I enter my car. We come for SIP. We go Quilocks. And we had a good time. From there, we went home. Nothing changed for my life. Still not over my body, but I had an opinion of what SIP and those kind of people are. You understand? So that's a, you know, patriarchal and culture. That's a culture. Say, man, we get money, must treat woman anyhow. Since me, I know the give, I don't know the bounce, anybody, you understand? So this is the life. That's how they are. That is the culture they talk of. So this culture. So I mean, that's what I mean to sometimes I look at Nigerian women and I look at black women all over the world. I'm amazed. I don't understand, you know, I don't understand the programming that black women all over the world are under. Where that the men that they love the most, the men that they want to choose, the men that they claim to be the best men for them are like the most evil African men around. African men that go around talking anyhow about black women, you not say because he choose you. It's like, you know, it's like liking, enjoying that a racist. That, you know, when you see black people like that, what's it be that rapper, that Doja Cat, when they follow racists, they do interview, they say because what's it be that one, Candice Owen, talking to black people because white man marry him. Me, I'm not like other black people. Me, I'm already married to a white man, so I can talk anyhow to other. So for me, sometimes it makes me not take all these so-called black feminists. Today they are black feminists. Tomorrow they are sitting down and praising a rapper that is insulting black women in all his music because he come their events. You don't understand that kind of ideology? Because the rapper endorsed them or a celebrity where they insult black people, black women for all the music, they will embrace her. Say for the feminists. What kind of ideology is that? Is that the culture, stupid culture, that reduce all women to yash and breasts? The only thing they can talk about you as a woman is your own ability to satisfy their sexual urges. You will embrace all of that. Pour your money into it. Selfish expression of love. So far they're talking about only you, only you, only. You know, like for me to have a beach, you must be better than this beach. So you don't think that when these people choose you, you are better than all the other women. It's such a sick idea. Sick mind. Sick. So the Punch journalists call me for protest. Say they won't do protest. Me, I go up and protest, say that they bounce am from Chinese restaurant. Me, when they don't bounce my wife because you know green me corona man fuck am for a sip. Me, I can't follow you protest, say they bounce you for Chinese restaurant. If I say you don't crazy, you better go sit down for your house. Me, you know where you go think your life. As me, I think my life. You won't go protest. This country, eh? So what is this culture? Brothers and sisters, our culture is to liberate ourselves from this nonsense. The culture is what we are all going through. If what we are all going through is our country, if what did happen for all our they just they hang me, instead of they hang me the verse. The fact today is too much. Our culture is revolution. Our culture is liberation movement. Our culture is organizing ourselves for liberation. This is our only culture. If this is not our culture, then our culture is a culture of consuming and a culture of exhausting yourself. You understand? Because if you are only consuming, you exhaust yourself. There's no way. As you like woman rich, can you fuck the OD? You can't fuck the OD. You will die. If we when we lead the culture is not, we are not pushing revolutionary ideologies, if we are not pushing liberation theories into the minds of our people to remove us from this nonsense that we exist in, where will they go? All of us when they claim to be big boys, all these your so-called celebrities blow up and they leave this country. See, forget say anybody they form Nigerian artists. Any Nigerian artists they don't live in Nigeria anymore. Trust me on that one. Just when no politician get Peking will be Nigerian citizen. 90% of the celebrity children will be Nigerian citizen neither. Them man will be Nigerian citizen again. Them man they apply for residency. Them man they apply for European and American passports. You there they do mugu for the culture. Whose culture? Whose culture? Which culture? Many people think that our culture is just aesthetics. Go and dance like African person. Wear African clothes. That's the culture. They do one program, say they are coming back, year of the return. I yap them. Many of my friends, they talk to me again. I don't want to mention their name. Before we close, before year of the return, when I scatter their year of the return, all of the stuff they talk to me, they go embrace other people. I laugh for my mind. I say, I go year word, no one year word. Year of the return. They come, so they come do here. Our brothers, our cousins, they come back to Africa. They come, if you go look all the posts, all the print, everything of this year of the return, you will never think that they're suffering in Africa. You'll be thinking to yourself, why are they saying Africans are suffering? All we are seeing here is enjoyment. People are living good in Africa. Where is the reason why Seun Kuti is singing like a mad person? Why is Seun Kuti shouting himself hoarse? Nothing is wrong here. Look at these highways. Look at these buildings. Look at these lights. Look at this club life. Champagne everywhere. Look at these fine guests everywhere. All the most expensive clothes. Look at these fine cars, man. That was the year of the return. Aesthetics. You think Africa is only the clothes of Africa? You think Africa is the music of Africa? The dancing of Africa? The food of Africa? You think that is Africa? Africa is first and foremost the existence of African people. That's why I did a post. What did they tell us? Africa is the future. All of Nagbeno Sodi and they behave like idiots and they dance up and down. Africa is the future. Africa is the future. But nobody has said Africans are the future. Because you've not realized that Africa can exist without Africans. Just the way the planet Earth can exist without human beings. Africa can exist without African people. The way Australia is existing without the Aboriginals. The way America is existing without the Native Americans. The way South America is existing without the Incas. The way Central Americans is no longer existing. Is not existing. Is existing still without the natives. Okay? Do you understand what I'm telling you? Your continent can exist and thrive without you. And that is your fate. If you continue this rubbish you are doing, that is your fate. You see, Michel Kuti, let me even make it public today. I don't like using it to make mouse. But let me tell you, I am a knight in France. I'm a chevalier de art et lettres. The French government, they've given me, they don't give me national honor. I'm one step from being a Frenchman. Continue your rubbish. Continue your rubbish. I will be a Frenchman. I'm just joking. I can never be French. That's why I didn't even make it public. I appreciated the title, yeah, because we've done a lot. Yeah, I appreciate it, but it wasn't something to be overly proud of, So I didn't make it public. But listen, I'm not telling you because I'm afraid. What the point I'm trying to make is that I'm not telling you that I'm afraid that I'll be wiped out. I'll not have. Seun Kuti is valued. Seun Kuti is valued. They won't just let me wipe away. They will need me to stay entertain them. Even though they will put chain in my neck, put me in a cage. They will put sacks in my hand. They will put sacks in. Play that your music we like. They will. It is you people that don't have anything to offer that I'm talking about that they like. You have things to offer us as African people to build our nation. So I'm telling you from my heart. Do we have a culture in Africa? Yes. Do we have cultural dance? Yes. Cultural food? Yes. Do we have cultural clothes? Yes. Cultural music? Yes. But is that our culture? No. Our culture must first and foremost be the reality of our existence. How does that dance? How does that dance? How does that music? How does that food? How does that dressing empower us and validate our humanity independently, so as to not be influenced or controlled by that which is outside of us? That's it. Where are the institutions where are the African institutions that validate African art? Where are the African institutions that validate African dressing? Where are the African institutions that validate African food? Is African food on MasterChef? There's MasterChef Africa. They are cooking Oyibo food. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Just the way you have Naira, but it's controlled by the dollar. Any African designer that is not endorsed by European designers is not accepted. So we must understand that these tokens that they give us, these people happy with their masters and taking the crumbs. Let me tell you, they are not for you and me. They don't understand what you are. They are individuals. They are individuals. We as African people, I'm talking to you that we must move as a collective. Our collective existence is the culture. Our collective existence is the culture. Without the culture being our collective existence, we will allow people sell us their own individual achievements as our collective culture. Your individual achievement is not our collective culture. Our collective culture is our collective existence. The way Nigeria is today is a manifestation of our collective thinking, our collective consciousness. It is those things that we all allow, those things all of us, they allow to happen, where we they think say it they appropriate, accepting liars, thieves, rogues, charlatans, because they are successful to control our own thinking. This collective consciousness is what Nigeria is today. And that is where we must begin to change that culture. That's the culture. So when anybody say they are doing it for the culture, that's what they are doing it for. The culture is dog whistle. The culture is another word for status quo. Culture means status quo. When they say we are doing it for the culture, they are doing it for the status quo, for things to remain the same. Do you want things to remain the same? Do we want things to remain the same? So why are we doing it for the culture? What culture? Whose culture? So why are you doing it for the culture? I'd rather do it for revolution. Because if you think African culture exists, it doesn't. Your culture only exists if you have institutions that validate it. No African institution validates anything African. So therefore, African culture has changed. African culture has been suppressed. We have no culture as African people that we embrace. That's what I always say to people. That's why we are locked in a nation like this. Nigeria. Nigeria has no culture. You cannot take Yoruba culture and say it's Nigerian culture. Because Yoruba no longer exists as a nation. You cannot take Hausa culture, Fulani culture and say it's Yoruba culture and Nigerian culture. You cannot take Igbo people's culture and say it is Nigerian culture. Because Nigeria itself is a manifestation of the oppression and the defeat of Igbo culture. Nigeria in its existence is a manifestation of the defeat of Yoruba culture. Yoruba culture, Igbo culture, Hausa culture has been defeated politically by Nigeria. Do you have Yoruba passport? When people are talking Yoruba nation, do you know that before you even become nation, nations have to start accepting you and recognizing you as a nation? The Sunday Igboho, they say the Yoruba nation had almost 5 Nigerian passports. I don't know what to say about that. Mazi has UK passport. I don't know what to say about that. All I know is that those cultures that we think, yes, they served us to a certain point, and then it failed. It failed because it did not address the greed of the coastal rulers of Africa. It did not address the greed of those people among us that thought that European things were more valuable than African people. So what does that mean? It means that you and I must find a culture, a new culture, must build a new way that protects us from the things that our former culture did not protect us from. We must build a new culture. And that must start from us building institutions to recognize those things that we go through. The World Bank does not recognize our level of poverty. The IMF does not understand the extent of our suffering. And obviously the Nigerian government, being an offshoot of these institutions of imperialism, do not understand it either. And you and I are being told not to understand it. That let's just keep trying our best to escape it. Don't understand it. Forget understanding it. This is too much hard work. Just when they tell you that doing your test in university is too much hard work. Reading your book is too much hard work. Lecturer will not be doing you anyhow. You'll not be complaining. A lecturer is fucking gas. If you are reading your book, doing your things right. I'm not excusing those bastard lecturers who that are politicians. Because I tell you all the time, stealing grades is like stealing national treasury. The grades are national commonwealth, national treasure in grades, and you give it to people wrongly. But imagine if Nigerian students also love to read and do their tests and not want to bribe lecturers to take the shortcuts, understand their work. That's why you must understand yourself, understand your culture. You are in university to learn something, you must understand it. It's too hard work, it's too hard work. Let's just escape. Escape university with bribe. Escape your existence with consumerism. Escape, escape, escape. You must escape Nigeria. Escape to London. Escape to America. Because you don't want to do the hard work of understanding. Why? Because that's an imperialist trait. After they demonized Africa, demonized Africans, why should you understand such? Africans must not understand one another. And we wonder why there's so much conflict. We are impatient. We can't understand each other. We don't want to understand. That work of understanding, to understand someone, to give that person the humanity of understanding. That's why you to fail to understand Fela. You just wanted to use your prejudice, the escapism of it. It's easier to just hate him. It's easier to just dismiss. The way our oppressors dismiss us. Dismiss, dismiss, dismiss. Take a time, take a moment to understand. Understand. Might be hard work, but we must understand. Two-Face, no mention you. No mention we don't escape to Chicago. There they blow this thing. Shani, you have escaped. We catch you. We don't catch you. Shani, you've left us. You've left us. So, we must decide. Understanding. African culture served us with purpose. Now we have to look at that culture, understand it, see those things about it that we need today, take it with us, but realize that we need new institutions. The banking institutions of this world were not formed to solve African poverty. We need new financial institutions to validate the African economic existence. You understand what I'm saying? We need new educational institutions to validate African existence. These educational institutions as they exist today, they do not do that. Issue one year, task 1 year. That is our destiny. And I'm not afraid of this destiny. I'm not afraid of this destiny because it is exciting. For me, it is exciting. For me, what we as African people must imagine, our duty as African people is that we are reimagining the world. What is more exciting than that? To see what is existing today and to come up with a new way. The challenges of it, it might be difficult, yes. It's not fun, yes. It reduces your time in the club, yes. It reduces your time on Pornhub, yes, I agree. But it is more exciting than those two places. Take it from me, I've been those two places too, and I still go sometimes. What I'm telling you now is that this is more exciting. Strategizing to defeat our oppressors, conspiring every day with my people in MOP, gives me a bigger hard-on than any kind of pornography I've watched on Pornhub. I guarantee you. Because this is our destiny. We must embrace this destiny. Please follow us at MOP Center and see how you can make this political platform a political party. We are a political entity, not looking to integrate into this system, not looking to uphold the status quo, but looking to create a new way. We are not afraid, and we are saying we are not afraid to make mistakes while we are trying to do this. We know a few eggs must be broken to make omelets. We understand it. We have broken enough eggs without making any omelets. In fact, we are broken eggs to make omelets for other people that are not Africans to eat. It is the time that Africans break eggs to make omelets for themselves. If we must be slaves, gone, let us slave for one another. Let me be a slave to my neighbor, and he a slave to me, building a better community for our children, so that there are nobody's slaves. Yes. Yes. This is what is necessary. So that even our footballers, the best match will be a match in Nigerian stadium that all of us can go and watch. How can Africans not have teams that we can go and watch in stadium that are great? All our good footballers, cannot pay them good money to keep them in our country. If boys for Nigeria will make $200,000 a year, not even a month, a week, $200,000 a year, they will play in Nigeria for a long time. Happily, I can tell you, boys will play, will have good enough footballers, but we want to be paying people 5 million, 10 million a year. How won't everybody watch Premier League? How won't everybody run away? You are just encouraging society to escape. No, we are not going to take your encouragement anymore. We will stay and understand, learn, know, and do something new. This is our task. Thank you very much, everybody. For joining this bird's eye view, I'll post the second one if they allow me. You know, tonight is my show at the African Shrine. Let us all congregate together and yap them again. I'm very happy. You know, the show at the Shrine has been growing, but not as fast as I want it to grow. Come on, guys. If they call my show plenty, like, you know, instead of 500 of you coming, let it be 1,000. If 1,000, 2,000 of you are there, they will fear more. Come on, man. Don't be lazy. So we are on from 6 to midnight. 6 to 11, but I always play to midnight. You know, for who wants to stay, who get mind like me, stay to midnight. You know, fuck the curfew. Yes, man. Let's do this.